Hello friends, today you are picking my TBR. A few weeks ago, probably by the time you guys see this, like a month or two ago, I posted a video where I showed my entire physical TBR at the moment, and I got tons of comments. I think we got almost 80 comments on that video. I had requested if you guys had a book you wanted to see me read, to just comment it down below, one book per comment, and then I would do a series of videos, and this is episode 2, where I will read the books that you guys want me to read. So, with that being said, I did pull up this random YouTube comment picker. I linked the video and we're gonna pick a winner. I did film this before. The last time we read The Favorites, which was a 5-star read. We read The Lonely Hearts Book Club, which was a 5-star read. And we read In My Dreams a Hold a Knife, which was a 2-star read. So I would say last time this went really well. You guys know your stuff. You know what books are good, what books I should be reading. And I'm excited to see what you pick this time. Obviously, if I get a book that I've already read, we'll just pick another one. And I am allowing duplicate comments, so if we roll the same book twice, that will be fine. We will just pick something else. Are you ready, Captain? The winner is Miss E_Precious_12. I think this is Elizabeth, and I think I picked one of your comments last time. And she is picking for us Not Another Love Song. Let me go grab this. Okay, it's actually so funny for this to get picked because me and Andrea were just talking about this book like 2 days ago, and this author, because she's read like a couple of arcs from her recently. So I am excited to get started on this. From what I know about this is about our two main characters. Their names are Gwen and Xander, and Gwen is, I think, a cellist, and she had to take a little break because my husband was making lunch and our house is kind of small so I could hear him. But basically I read the back, and this is about our main girl Gwen, and she is a violinist, and she and Xavier both, he's a cellist, they both play for the Manhattan Pops, and she gets offered the first chair, which is something he's really been wanting. So it's probably like an enemies to lovers, dislike to lovers type situation. So thank you, I believe, Elizabeth, for that. Next up, we will pick a winner. It's my girl Christy, and she has selected Mad Woman. Here we go. This is Mad Woman by Chelsea Beaker. This is literary fiction. I've obviously read what it was about, but I don't remember, so we'll just read the synopsis. A gripping story of motherhood, mother loss, and the beautiful, mighty things women do to keep themselves and each other alive. Clove has gone to extremes in her past to keep her past a secret. Thanks to her lies, she's landed the life of her dreams, complete with a safe husband and 2 adoring children who will never know the terror that was routine in her childhood. If her buried anxiety threatens to breach the surface, Clove, if that's actually her name, focuses on finding the right supplement and the right gratitude meditation. But when she receives a letter from a woman's prison in California, her past comes screeching into the present, entangling her in a dangerous game with memory and people she thought she has outrun. As the story races between her precarious present-day life in Portland, Oregon, and her childhood in a Waikiki high-rise with her mother and father, Clove is forced to finally unravel the defining day of her life. Who the fuck's here? How did she survive that day, and what will it take to end the cycle of violence? Will the truth undo her, or could it be it's ultimately saving her? So I'm very excited about that one. Okay, and then we'll pick our final comment. This is a book I've already read, so we'll pick another one. It was The Wives. I just recently read that. Okay, this is from my friend Emily, and she picked this book that she actually got me for Christmas, and I actually just got the hold from this for Libby, so that's perfect. It'll be my next listen, and this is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and this has been presented to me as I would describe this as gay Harry Potter. We love. So, love that. And maybe I will plan to film this in, it's like middle of May right now, in the beginning of June for Pride. That could be kind of fun. Oh my god, this is so cute. The naked hardcover. I love. So, what is this about? Simon Snow is the worst chosen one who's ever been chosen. That's what his roommate Boz says. And Boz might be evil and a vampire and a complete git, but he's probably right. Half the time Simon can't even make his wand work, and the other half he sets something on fire. His mentor is avoiding him, his girlfriend broke up with him, and there's a magic-eating monster running around wearing Simon's face. Boz would be having a field day with all of this, if he were there. It's their last year at the Watford School of Magics, and Simon's infuriating nemesis didn't even bother to show up. Carry On is a ghost story, a love story, a mystery. It has just as much kissing and talking as you would expect from a Rainbow Rowell story, but far, far more monsters. So this is going to be my first Rainbow Rowell, and I'm quite excited. So this is also a very fun array of books. Also, they look really cute together, but hold on. We have got a romance, a fiction, and a fantasy. So let's get into these. Hello friends, we have started this lovely book. We have started Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I am, I think, like maybe 30 or 40% in? 39% through this book. I'm listening to it on audio. Emily, this one's for you. So far we have our main guy, Simon, and his roommate. He's like in a magical school, and he is born of like humans, but he is like the most powerful, I think they call them magicians, that there ever was, essentially. And they think, that's him right here, supposed to be like the Harry Potter. He's the chosen one. And his roommate is Baz. Baz is a vampire, and he's just like didn't show up for school one year, and it's very suspicious, and he's trying to find out what happened to him. And then he eventually comes back to the school, and you find out that Baz has a crush on Simon. I don't want to say too much. Simon Snow is the worst chosen one who's ever been chosen. That's what his roommate says. Da 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 da. It's their last year at the School of Magic, and they're just like nemesis. It's a ghost story, a love story, and a mystery. So right now we're trying to figure out what's going on, why he didn't show up for school, what the tea is with that. He's like being a vampire and drinking rat blood and being gross, but so far it's fine. So far it's like a 3. It's not super, like, I'm not really obsessed with it, but I'm not hating it. So that's that. Okay guys, I have finished Carry On. I don't really know how much I told you, but TLDR, I gave this 2 stars, and I did not really like it, unfortunately. There were just like some things about it, I feel like it cringed me out a lot and gave me the ick. And then whenever that happened, for me, there was just like not really any coming back from it because my ick was so strong. So in this we have our main guy Simon, and he is like meant to be like the most powerful magician, which is one of the things that really gave me the ick, was calling them magicians in like the world. He's the chosen one, and his roommate is this vampire guy named Baz. And when the sentiment of this is Harry Potter but gay is just simply the truth. I don't really have much to say about it because I just like did not care about anything that was happening. There, as like the chosen one, have this big bad enemy. There's somebody coming to like ruin the school, trying to figure out who it is, trying to take him down. And like the headmaster kind of wants Simon to leave the school because the bad things only happen when Simon is around, and to like keep everybody else safe, they're like, maybe it's like you, maybe you're the problem. And there ends up being like a romance between These two, which is like the one thing that I did like. It's my first time ever reading a male-male romance, and I think it was very, well, no, I've read Heartstopper, that's a lie. This was very sweet, and I did like enjoy that aspect of it. I thought that was very, very sweet, and yeah, I enjoyed that, but the rest of it was just very boring to me. But that is the update for this. I'm not sure if we're gonna go with Not Another Love Song or Mad Woman next, but I'm sorry, Emily. I'm so sorry. I posted my review and she commented on it and said tragic. I do apologize, but one must not tell lies. Okay guys, it is finally time to get back to this video. I feel like I started this video before I started most of the videos from my TBR. Now this is the last one I'm actually finishing. And I've read only one chapter of this so far, and so far I'm liking it. And there was this quote that I just had to read to you guys. We put diseased animals out of their misery. We don't want them to suffer, to infect the rest of the lot, but we let men live. Talking about like abusive men, and right on. Literally right on. But I am gonna read, hopefully it's 8 o'clock. This book is just barely 300 pages. So there is a chance, there's a world in which I finish it today, and that is the hope. We are here with an update on my comments, pick my TBR. And all I've got to say is this video did not go as well as episode 1. We finished this, we talked about it. I decided to DNF Mad Woman by Chelsea Beaker. I got about 20% through, and I've been trying to, my like average rating for this month is like so low. It's like a 3.4. Because I keep pushing through books even though I'm not enjoying them. And at 20% of this book, I just really couldn't handle it. Another book I read recently that I did not like was Dearest by Jackie Walters. And that book talked a lot about nipples and breastfeeding. And then there was a lot of that in this book. And I just couldn't take it anymore, simply. So, DNF. And then I did read all of Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. So in this book, we have our main girl, Gwen, and she is a professional violinist, and she and her friend end up like getting hired to play instruments for a wedding. However, the bride wanted a cellist, but last minute they couldn't find any, and so our main girl, Gwen's like, well, if you can get me a cello, like I can play cello, I just don't have one, because that's not like my instrument of choice. So this guy brings his cello, and eventually it's like, you don't, like, you're too good to just play at weddings. And she's like, I know, I play for the Manhattan Pops, literally across from you. And so it's basically, she ends up getting first chair at the Manhattan Pops, and our main guy, Xander, thinks he should be the one who got it. And so it's a little bit of like an enemies to lovers sort of thing. I gave it 3 stars. I thought, for me, 3 stars is a good rating. Some people don't feel that way. I do. For me, 5 stars, like, it changed my life. 4 stars is I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. 3 stars for me is it was good. It was middle of the road, your average romance. And then 2s are, I didn't enjoy it. However, I can see why other people might. And 1 is, for me, like, why does this even exist? So this was a 3. This was a very surface level romance, and I tend to much prefer like deep, pull at your hearts type romances. Like Promise Me Sunshine, Say You'll Remember Me, all of Abby Jimenez's books actually. Like those books really get me good. Whereas a book like this, I'm just like, yeah, that was cute. And I'm never going to think of it again. Like I finished this less than a week ago, and I can barely remember what it's about. So, in this video, we had a DNF, a 2-star, and a 3-star. Not as good as last time. I think last video we had a 5-star, a 4-star, and a 2-star. So, but we do have 3 books that are that have been read and can be taken off the TBR. But that is everything for this video, guys. I will see you guys next time, and I can't wait to see what the comments pick next.